Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Nipa TV show. I'm your host, Nipa TV, and that's me, and I'm going to go ahead and be commentating a Protoss versus Terran matchup. It is between our boy uwuThermal as the blue Terran in the bottom right of the map, Oxide LE, and at the top right, the red Protoss named SKILLOUS, and I don't know who this guy is. He's probably some rando Calrissian for sure, so we shall see what his playstyle is. If he's aggressive, cool. If he's macro, cool. If he's something else in between, that's pretty cool too, I guess. So anyways, yeah, map is Oxide LE. We have seen this map before. Has some pretty decent expansion points for sure. Secure a natural pretty quickly, the same with a third. So macro games are definitely encouraged, but I feel like mid to late game, not so much, because there's only a total of about 5 extra bases besides your main to get from. So that could pose a problem at some point, but it's kind of nice. I don't like to really see, 30 plus minute games sometimes. I mean, sometimes they're cool, but if you do it a lot, it feels like a MOBA. It's just like, oh, all that time I wasted it watching two nerds playing video games. It's like, come on, I could have done something else. SKILLOUS getting his natural here, and he's not going double gas. He's just doing that standard single gas, and then he's going to get a cybernetics core. A double gas isn't typically done in PvT, so that makes sense why he did not do that. We have an SCV being sent out. Interestingly enough, going around here. I think that is the pathway. Yeah, it is because of the rock. So never mind. Thought he was going to do some kind of cheeky starport business. That would be fun to see. But it might not happen unless... That would be cool. We got a reactor going down for thermal. Will he make Reapers? Will he make Hellions? Will he do a medevac drop? There are definitely a lot of possibilities for the Terran player at this point. It is so early in the game to tell. Got a Stalker actually being chrono boosted out. Not something I see that often, because usually it's the Adept that gets churned out first. So that is interesting. We do see a Stargate going out, so that'll be fun to see. I'm curious to see if it'll be Phoenixes. That is usually the way to go in PvT. It's not Oracle. Oracle is pretty good, but from what I've observed, and I'm sure y'all have observed as well, is that it's those Phoenixes that are improving popularity, or increasing in popularity, rather. We have that factory coming out from Thermal, and we'll see what he does with that. Siege tanks are certainly something he could go for. He might go for a Widow Mine. That could do a crap ton of damage in the middle line of the Protoss, unless he has, well, even a shield battery won't stop that. But interestingly enough, Thermal, I do like this. He is searching around for any proxy pylons, any proxy Stargate action. We actually are seeing an Oracle, so I was wrong, but I am correct that we do see a lot more Phoenixes than we do Oracles. So this is certainly interesting. Oracles are not bad by any means, so we'll see how much damage that SKILLOUS can do. He's got 2 Stalkers to defend. He's making a wall off as well. We also have a Hellion, some Hellions being produced, 2 at a time with that reactor. And we also see a tech lab being made, so more likely than not, we will see Stim first out of that. And we actually, no, actually the starport is actually going to be swapped with the barracks, so we might see some Liberators. Ravens are really popular. Stalkers are at the top of the ramp, but SKILLOUS simply doesn't have enough units. He actually attacks his own Nexus out of just pure concern, and the probes are lined up, so this could be really bad because Hellions do have linear splash, a nice split. Oracle is being forced to defend with the Marines, but the Oracle actually goes down. That is actually really big, and there are no units. I don't even think Warp Gate was not even finished. It is now. Stalker does go down. Proby boys are gonna have to be pulled, and the shield battery is healing their shields. There is a nice wall off with the gateway here to prevent other Hellions from coming in, but a Stalker is being produced, so will SKILLOUS be able to defend? He's sending that Stalker over. He has another Stalker at the natural. I don't know if that should be enforced. Enforced is probably not the best word, but the Stalker is in a nice position, and we'll see how much damage. Quite a bit of damage. I think I saw 12 probes that did die. Gateway is canceled, and we'll see what SKILLOUS is going to react with. He has a third base. He's... Well, okay, he's going to grab a third Nexus. A very interesting decision. I kind of like it, because, I mean, all of Thermal's forces did technically get destroyed, so he does have time to get that expansion and whatnot. Siege Tank is being placed down. As we know, Siege Tanks have gained popularity in the PvT scene, which is cool to see. We also see a Banshee coming out that is almost researching Cloak, so does SKILLOUS have the skill to get detection? He doesn't have an Oracle, so if this Banshee goes over there and he has no detection whatsoever, that could be very, very nasty for sure. Barracks being lifted off to switch with the Tech Lab here, so now we'll see Stim more likely than not coming out pretty fast. Pretty decent Stalker force, and Hellions are trying to do as much harass as possible. Skill is still committing to those Stalkers, but it's not going to be very useful when he notices these Banshees have Cloak, so we shall see what he does. I don't see any detection in sight. He's got to turn an Oracle as soon as he can. I know I'm being like really neurotic about it, but I'm just there's the side of me that's just like, you got to get detection, man. It's he's getting blinks. He's gonna try to do some kind of aggressive attack. Maybe he could stop this, but there are 2 Siege Tanks and a bunch of Marines. It's not looking so great for SKILLOUS. We will see. Cloak Banshees do go in. They are going to ignore it. Nope, they are going to go for the third. Nope, they're going to go for the natural. I just sound crazy. Going for the natural, see how much damage it does. 2 Banshees will one-shot a probe, because 2 Banshee shots kill a probe, if you did not know. And yep, that is game from SKILLOUS. He's just going to call it quits right there. And a very swift win from Thermal. And it was just all came down to detection. I think if SKILLOUS had detection there, he probably would have been able to stay in the game. And of course, he was slightly out of position with the Stalkers, but you know, Protoss does have that recall, which is cool to see. Actually, I want to see if I could see the recall. Oh, I can't even see it. Do I have to do the back key? Yeah, do have to do the back key. So didn't have energy for it at any of the next side, I think. Yeah, so you couldn't even recall the Stalker, so yeah, it's probably just not looking good in general. But anyways, thank you for watching this episode of TvP, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.